guys, I'm doing a huge giveaway. All you need to do is like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn the notification bell on. Leave a comment down below with your in-game name, in-game ID, and the skin you want that's under 300 diamonds. So with that, best luck, and I'll see you in the video. Yo guys, welcome back to Team Assassination. How's everybody doing today? The Assassin David right here. And today I want to talk about something very important, a topic that most ignored by a lot of even higher elo people. Okay, like I think a lot of players just get boosted their account to get to a very higher rank, but they don't understand a lot of basics. So it's really important that you watch this video and understand something. And obviously we're going to use the FANNY gameplay to explain this, because the topic is about objective, split pushing, right? Pushing towers, how to win the game, how to win 101% of the game. If you don't know this, you will win no game, right? You'll probably win game because your teammate carry you, right? Well, you can say, I'm getting most of the kills, Dave. Well, that won't help if you don't push a tower, okay? That just simply won't cut it. And to get any objective like turtle and lord, all those are really important, and they're played by rhythm. If you watched MSC, the high elo games, you will see that the good teams, right, like the champion, for example, I Do Not Sleep, they're really aggressive on taking objectives. Okay, so obviously higher elo teaming, any region like EU and NA, once they find an opportunity, they can push. They all usually punish the enemy really well. And then here we see some little team fight going on. Obviously what I was doing is, right after we clean the wave, right after I take our jungle, we immediately go to enemy jungle to take their resources. Alright, this is another objective kind of thing, because you want to make sure that you suffocate their economy, and that's exactly what we did. Okay, and right after that, you know, I'm out of energy, so I have to retreat a tiny bit. But Bruno showed up, and obviously Cho was staying in the front to do as much damage as he can. I immediately flew in after I have some energy, and Cho went ahead and dived, and he thought he can, you know, style this and flicker out of this, but that didn't happen. And because of the early triple kill, I'm able to turn level 4 just after the second wave here. It's freaking insane. And the enemy Roger is only level 2 at this point, but I'm out of energy, so I'm off to go back. And in fact, that's exactly what I'm going to do. But let's go back to what we want to talk about. Obviously, a lot of people I see after they win a fight, what they do immediately, they go back to their jungle and they go back to farm. Okay, first of all, that's a big no-no. In the early game, when before 3.5 minutes, 3 minutes and 30 seconds, you do not have cannon minion. Okay, the first 5 wave, we just do not have cannon minion. Pushing tower, yeah, sometimes it may be difficult because the small minions just get easily killed. If you have a duo partner, though, it's a different story, you know. But usually you don't have a duo partner. Okay, so especially a lower elo game, after you get a fight and early on without a cannon minion, it's really hard to push towers. You can see right now, there's just some small minion waves and enemy team that come to defend mid. There's no point for us to do that. So we're gonna actually go back and farm. Now, if you have the opportunity, let's say if you kill enemy bottom lane, if you kill enemy mid lane, it's open opportunity for you to invade enemy jungle. Okay, open opportunity for you to invade enemy jungle. But a lot of times it's really difficult. It's high risk, high reward, obviously. If you can take their jungle and fly away, it's really good because suffocate enemy's economy. But most of the time, it's difficult because you don't know. You can't see on the minimap, and if your team doesn't give you good communication, obviously it's really difficult. And here are some fights going on in the bottom lane. We went really aggressive, but I'm out of energy, so we need to push and, you know, just wait for the energy to show up. And here Cho stayed in the front, and they were thinking only Cho's here alone, but that cannot be further away from the truth. Right? I was just waiting on the side to wait for my energy to come back up. And you can see after my energy come back up, I immediately come back here, and I was gonna cut the lane, but it was a little bit too late for me. And afterwards, I immediately come back to the lane here. Instead of go to jungle and farm, which I see a lot of people do, I clean the wave, and then I want to take enemy jungle. Okay, because we kill the bottom lane, like I said, you know, the basic understanding of it is you want to suffocate enemy's economy. So afterwards, I quickly scouted their red buff, but then Roger showed up, which is, you know, posed some problem for us because I'm half HP. If Roger's auto attack me, I might just die there, right? So I immediately come back to the lane and clean the wave once again. And right now it's 3-minute and 40 mark wave, which is the 6th wave. And then here you can see kind of, if you clean the wave and able to get a kill there, you should be able to push the tower really easily, right? At this point, our Harley came in, and Bruno showed up, you know, trying to be a little aggressive. I was just ignoring him because I try to get more energy back, and obviously Bruno has no idea. So I'm just hiding in the bush and waiting for more energy back, and then we're gonna come in with our tornado and ultimate and one more auto attack, and Bruno surely is gonna die. Now, right after that, I'm kind of low, but we saw on the minimap because our chose able to give us enough vision of where enemy teams are, so able to clean the mid wave again, and then decided to come back to top lane and get this red buff. Right, again, bottom jungle from the enemy team has already been cleaned. I take the small camp, Roger took the red buff, and then again it's all geared towards farming. You know, all geared towards bringing up the economy and objective, okay? And objective. So far we haven't been able to push a single tower here. Harley on the other hand, you see on the minimap, Harley is taking the bottom tower right now, you know? And that's just basic understanding of high elo players, you know? After they have an opportunity opening, they go for the objective, okay? They don't just go back to jungle and farm, you know? And then obviously being I was super low, it was really, and I wasn't seeing on the minimap where they were, so it was, for me, it's a special case, you know. Bringing up sometimes, a lot of times you have to understand your limits. And here was an opportunity to go in here. Obviously, we immediately killed these steeds and got an easy triple kill because they're in the tri-bush here. And we were able to fly in and get a kill on the Roger and come back. And because of the fight, I'm really low again. And then again, I'm taking their economy and go back to bottom lane and push bottom tower here. Right, and the thing is all about pushing away, especially when you play Fanny, most mobile assassin in the game. You want to be pushing wave all the time. And you can see I'm like 1 HP and all the enemies are respawned already. I was going to push bottom tower, tier 2, but I just pushed the wave and allowed the wave to push in by themselves. This way, they're going to lose wave experience, and again, the cannon minions can actually do some damage to the bottom tower here. So again, you see the entire wave pushing in towards bottom tier 2 tower. And now, after the clean the wave here, I'm going to come back to top lane because we'll see some fight going on in the top lane. And there's a blue buff ready here. I wasn't able to take the small camp, but the entire enemy team is actually right here waiting for the blue buff. I see some action going on. I take their small camp, I flew away, and then their entire team is going to go towards a blue buff. I know they're going to go towards a blue buff. And Aurora has a stun ready, so my strategy has to go in and just do a quick flyby. I couldn't stay there for too long because Aurora actually didn't use his ability here. I think she's hesitant, and because of that, she used her ability way too late, which kind of surprised me. We were able to get an easy Maniac here once again, and I was going to go for the pentakill right here. And you can see this guy got to super low. I mistakenly by fly just did a little flying, and obviously this Layla is able to pick up the kill. I was really sad, so I stood there for a little while instead of my my poor Savage. You know, it's actually not very easy, but not very difficult either to get Savage with Fanny, but it's still very rare. And right after we win a fight, what do? We go back to the Lord. We start taking objective once again. Like I said, it's really important. Layla got mid tier 2 tower while this is happening, but it's still early on. It's 7 minutes 40 seconds. As you can see, all the enemy has already respawned. The timer on respawn is only like 20 seconds or so. Pushing a tower won't bring you that much because you get a tier 2. You know what's good with the tier 1, tier 2. But at this time, if you get a lore, that's a different story. Because if you're able to organize the wave, and if a lore go into one wave, and you guys are able to push another wave, you might be able to push in the high ground and get the inhibitor tower with that, right? So that's the thinking process behind it. So we immediately went ahead and go back to the Lord, my friend and I, and we get the Lord instead, rather than the tier 2 tower like Layla did. But Layla can do whatever she wants. Obviously, playing with a random person, you don't know what they're thinking, right? You know, we'll see bottom have a huge wave. Our team on the top lane, Lord's pushing down mid. I immediately come to bottom, make sure that our wave is parallel was wave on the mid lane, because this way, when the Lord pushes down towards the inhibitor tower, we can actually open up the opportunity to push bottom. As you can see right now, Lord is pushing on mid inhibitor tower, and the wave just arrived bottom tier 2. I'm able to push to tier 2 really easily without any resistance. Our team is still fighting them. Obviously, we have 2 dead already because the fight going on. They have 2 dead already. 3v2 on the top. I'm just ignoring everything. Lord is pushing on mid inhibitor tower, and at the same time, you can see bottom wave is pushing, and I'm pushing bottom inhibitor tower. The enemy team had to make a choice, right? Do they defend mid or do they defend top? You know, like, do they defend bottom? Obviously, because they were confused, you know, with the Lord going in, Aura was like, should I do this? Should I do that? The indecision there cost them 2 inhibitor towers, right? At a time, is really, it's a checkpoint if you play chess. They don't really have a choice. They have to make a clear choice of, like, you know, what I mean, they don't have a choice. They have to lose 1 inhibitor tower, but you have to make a clear decision on which tower you want to lose, right? And obviously, Aura wasn't really clear on what she's doing. She seems pretty new to the game. Even though she's like, I think minimum epic, that's because we're Glorious Legend, so that's what we can play with. So he seems kind of confused, but because he's confused, I'm able to push the tower here, right? I flew into some damage. I was not able to get a kill onto Tick, and but Layla, I'm able to get Layla, get Tick really low, and Layla's able to, you know, come in with 1 cannon and get a kill here. And right afterwards, what I do, I come back to top lane and push the top inhibitor tower. Now, pushing base is good enough, and here though we're able to just win the game. So I'm just gonna fly away here. I'm taking a lot of tower damage. Like, sometimes you can see whether you're winning the game, but my first intuition was go to the top tower because I wasn't sure if our team's gonna win or not. So again, guys, I hope this game help you understand a little bit about pushing towers is more important than getting kills. Okay, it's much more important than getting kills. Because kills doesn't win you the game, and pushing tower stuff. So with that, guys, thank you so much for watching this episode of the mini guide on pushing objectives, how to win the game 101%. Because if you don't do this, you won't win any game, okay? Maybe a lucky game. So hit the like and subscribe, join Team Assassination. Assassin Dave signing off. Love you guys, and see you guys next time.